Welcome everyone to tonight's broadcast on West Washington live stream as the Senators do play host to the North Decatur Chargers. They make the trip down from North Decatur. They were victorious last week in their sectional championship against Milan, as the Senators were also when they traveled to Perry Central. So lucky we get to host this game here at Art Sanders Field. My normal partner is at home sick, so Mr. Darren Russell is at home. He's not here, but I am joined by Mr. Brent Ingram. He is the assistant coach on the girls basketball team, along with Coach Russell, and also the head baseball coach here at West Washington. So he's going to give us his breakdown of the football action.
Yeah.
So he's excited and ready to go. The Senators come in tonight with an 11-1 record, just like the Chargers from North Decatur. It's a familiar team. The Senators have played them 6 times over the past 15 years or so. Their last meeting was in sectional 2016, where the Senators were victorious 61-14. Overall, the Senators are 5-1 against the Chargers, so that's always a good sign. Coach Ingram, what do you think?
I really don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where sectional time, tournament time, you really don't know what can happen. Talking to the boys today, the only common foe was Paoli, and they put North Decatur. They put up a pretty good score against Paoli. I think
it was like 41-0.
41-0, and Paoli was one of our closer games besides Salem. So you look at that and you're thinking, well, this team's got something. But like I said, it's tournament time. Anything can happen. You pretty much got to throw those previous scores out the window, because guys come into situations like these and they have a completely different mindset.
Right. They are the Chargers are 11-1 on the season, with Coach Stern as their 5th-year head coach. He's 36-20 in his time at North Decatur. He's been coaching for 17 years overall. He had stints at other places around, and I believe he was actually at Paoli for a while. In his 17 years, he's 123-69. So he has got some wins under his belt. I am correct. 95, 96, 97, he was at Paoli. So then he went to Hamilton Heights and then took some time off and then was back at North Decatur. So he has been a head coach for 17 years with that overall record of 123-69. The Senators are coached by Mr. Philip Bausman, who is closing in on that 100th win. He's 94-51 in his 13 years, so 6 away, hoping to make it 5 after tonight. They are also 11-1 on the year. Their one loss did come to Salem, the 3A team here in Washington County, 22-6, where the North Davies Chargers were beat by 2A LaPel, 20-15 the 3rd week of the season. So both of these teams have had great success this year, and are vying for their regional championship.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know a whole lot about their opponents, which it's kind of tough for us. Like I said, we have Paoli, that's the common foe, but we don't know anything about LaPel or really much less of their schedule. So it'll be a good matchup, I think, and it's kind of tough to get a real scouting report if you don't have those common guys.
Yeah, and the Paoli game, the story we got was Paoli had 5 guys out. 5 of their starters were out, sick or hurt. So not even really a good judge there. On what can happen. I'm sure that the coaching staff, Coach Bausman and his staff, have gotten video from all over, and been able to scout pretty well. And this is an opponent that they've seen, a coach that they know. So it's one of those that it's not an unfamiliar opponent. It's just unfamiliar what they're doing this year.
Yeah, it seems like, talking to some of our guys, they've mentioned that whenever they did play Paoli, that is North Decatur, whenever they played them, they did mention the 5 guys out, and that it's had 5 starters. That's a big deal.
That's a big deal at a 1A, 2A school. I mean, that's half of your starters on both sides of the ball, because a lot of the guys played both ways.
It seems like our guys too, when we talk about like that Paoli game, they mention a lot of times that was one of our worst games. They felt like they didn't really play their best ball. So I think looking at the Paoli North Decatur score, it's a little overwhelming, but I think our guys also realize we didn't play that well there. And then on top of that, Paoli had 5 or 6 guys out, so you know it's a different story. And I don't think they're coming into this with, oh gosh, North Decatur killed Paoli, we're in trouble. I think they're actually pretty confident going into this one.
Right, and depending on who you're talking to and what your thoughts are, I've seen that West Washington is the favorite tonight. If you're looking at the Herald site, and then I've seen that North Decatur is the favorite tonight. So I think these are two pretty evenly matched teams overall. You're going to see, both teams like to throw it around. Both teams, can run the ball. So it's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, I think I saw the other day. It said the Dolphins beat the Jets. The Jets beat the Cowboys beat the Ravens beat the Patriots. So the Dolphins are the best team in the NFL now. It doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, we're going to step aside, take the national anthem. We'll be back in just a moment.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. A referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Indiana did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field on West Washington's school complex. It's a beautiful night for some football. A little chilly, not quite as cold as last week, but definitely chilly here. As you can see, those of you who have tuned in early, the Senator Sam has been repainted. Looks beautiful out there. The field has held up great. They were scraping some snow off of it earlier this week to get the grass, some of that nice sunshine. But going to be a great night for some football again between two teams that are fairly evenly matched, the West Washington Senators and the North Decatur Chargers.
Earlier in this week, I think it was about 20 degrees, and then on Tuesday we have a 2-hour delay, and you're thinking about this game all week, but then you have a 2-hour delay on Tuesday, and you're like, what kind of weather are we going to have? And there's snow on the ground, and luckily it's cleared up, and it is a pretty nice night for some football.
It's one of those that there's 250 schools around the state who would love to be playing tonight.
Yeah.
And they're not. Actually, some of them are, but they're playing a different sport. It's more of a round ball instead of the football type of game.
Yeah.
So the girls' basketball season has started, so there are some girls' games around the state tonight, but the big ones are the football regionals, depending on what part of the state you're in, what you're watching. Southern part, I hope you're tuning in watching West Washington as they play the North Decatur Cougars. North Decatur Chargers. If you're in the northern part of the state, you're looking at South Adams, North Adams. That's the big matchup up north. If you're in the center part of the state, you're looking at the New Palestine Dragons taking on the Cathedral Fighting Irish. That's probably the marquee game in the state tonight. You've got two just unbelievable football teams. New Pal hasn't been beaten in 3 years. They've won 2 state championships at 4A. They're up at 5A this year. Cathedral has lost a couple of games this year, but they are 2 out-of-state teams, a couple of Ohio private schools. So they're a juggernaut, and those 2 teams meet up in a regional, and whoever wins that is definitely the favorite in 5A. But we're concerned about 1A here in the South with West Washington and the North Decatur Chargers.
Yeah.
The teams are getting ready to walk out onto the field. The Senators always come out through their tunnel. They get pumped up in there. The seniors give them the last words before they come out onto the field. And we're just hanging tight, waiting for them to come out. We're about 4 minutes away from kickoff here.
I feel bad for our viewers. They're getting 2 different spectrums of Darren with a lot of experience, former varsity football coach, and myself with little to none experience in football. So I'll try to be as colorful as possible, but it's not going to be as good as Darren, that's for sure.
Well, we definitely do miss Darren up in the booth. He always brings a great perspective, but he is at home sick, under the weather, but we do have the ability to have him call in and then give his audio out. So that may be a halftime or a into the game, the post-game show, or even during the game, depending on how he's feeling. He said he may give me a call, and when he does, we'll definitely pipe him in with his audio and let everybody hear him hear his thoughts on the game.
Yeah.
But I feel like the key tonight is quarterback play and turnovers. The Senators haven't had a game where they've given the ball up more than the team that they're playing. They just have played a fairly clean game every game this year, all season long. And they have a secondary that is, I would put our secondary up against just about anybody in the southern half of the state. With Bryce Farmer.
Harrison.
Sorry, not Bryce.
Oh, Chase.
Chase Farmer.
Yeah.
I did that on Facebook when I posted his video for Play of the Week. I called him his brother's name. Chase Farmer.
Yeah.
Harrison Sanford. Holden Bousman is back there, and then Parker Green comes in along with Roper McFeeters. So that secondary, just has really played well all year long, and they're responsible for a lot of the turnovers that have happened. They picked the ball off. I believe they've got 14 interceptions on the year, led by Farmer with his big performance a couple of weeks ago against North Davies, where he had 3 interceptions,
record.
and 2 were taken back to the house for touchdowns. So, that's a big thing for them. So, just I feel like it's going to be turnovers and the quarterback play. So, gotta be something that gives there, and hopefully it falls towards the Senators. Other than that, I feel like these 2 teams are very evenly matched.
It seems like they got similar styles. Maybe a little bit more pass heavy than run heavy. They both have really good quarterbacks, receiving core, and I've heard a lot of praise on both of their defenses. So some people are saying they think it'll be a 8-6 type ball game. Some are saying they think it'll be a shootout. Me personally, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I kind of hope for a shootout. But we never know. I know that going back to the Perry game, Phillip was very complimentary about penalties and turnovers, which he said I think we had maybe 3 penalties. Yeah. So he was really proud of the boys on that end. And when you get into these sectional games, little things like that, such as penalties, they play a really big part in how your team performs. So for me, it's who's going to limit the amount of penalties.
We are still waiting on the Senators to make their way to the field. Senators always come out second. I do see North Decatur coming out. The Chargers are running onto the field. They're coming across, so the Senators open the garage door over there, and they head into their tunnel. On top of it, it says Believe, which is what this community has done so far this year. They do believe in these boys. The stands are filling up as we speak. We're getting more people every minute filling in here. North Decatur across the way, they've got the stands kind of filled up, and then they've got some portables set over there for them. Senators make their way onto the field, led by Chase Farmer.
Chase, not Bryce.
Yeah, Chase. Got it right. Got it right this time. So they huddle up there around the 15, and we're going to get ready to go here. This is the seniors' last game here at Art Sanders Field. They will not play another game here. Semi-state will be on the road no matter who they play. It will be on the road, and then, of course, the state finals is at Lucas Oil. So last time we're going to be here at the friendly confines of Art Sanders, but we're hoping we get 2 more games this year.
It would be nice to get a shot against Indy Lutheran. It seems that the 1A chatter is a lot about Indy Lutheran and what they've done. So it would be very nice to get a shot at them. But I'd say me and you are both pretty happy that we're just in this spot in general.
Yeah, there's nothing like being at home. You know, a good home cooked meal down there at the grill, and then the friendly confines of our own press box, our own things. We know how things go, so it's a nice setup here. We do really appreciate that. Those of you out there on the live stream, if you've got other scores around the state, don't hesitate. Shoot us messages, send us tweets, let us know, and we will get those out as best we can. The Senators do win the toss. They defer like normal, so they're going to kick it away to the Chargers. The Chargers are going to receive the ball first. So that means we're going to see big Jake Strange go back and take his big boot and send it deep down towards his dad, who's standing in the end zone.
Yeah, maybe he'll put one over.
So it's going to be a great game tonight. I just have a great feeling about this one. Senators huddle up around Coach Bousman, giving his last instructions before they take off to boot this one away. Senators send out their regular kicking unit. The Chargers across the way are still huddled up. We're not sure who's going to return this ball yet.
I'm looking for Glenn Rankin to make a play here. He seems to have a nose for the ball, especially.
You must have been listening, because Glenn Rankin is almost always my special teams player of the week.
Yeah. I've listened a few times. But no,
avid listener, first-time caller? Is that what you're going to? Yeah. Long-time listener, first-time caller?
It's funny. We can connect Darren, but every time I try to call in, it seems to the line seems to be busy.
It doesn't seem to work for you. I don't know what's up, but
it's fine. It's fine. No hard feelings.
So Jake Strange back to boot this one away.
No, Glenn, he has a nose for the ball, it seems, and not scared of contact at all.
It's a line drive kick. Number 10 picks it up. Caney running over, gets out at about the 37.
I will say I did talk to Phillip earlier this week, and I said, man, that first drive against Perry, I said they were rolling. I thought if they could have put that one in the end zone, I said that would have been a real momentum grab for them. And what he said was, every single game this tournament, it feels like that first drive we've kind of started off slow. Right. And even a lot of our games this season, we started off on that first drive a little bit slow. But he said, we stopped Perry, came down, got a score of our own, and it was on. And so hopefully.
Nick Kinker with that carry gains about 6. They lined up in a shotgun set there, so kind of their normal set there. They had a fullback off to the side, but then a deep back in the shotgun. Senators do have their normal starters in, minus their kind of injured crew who's on the sidelines.
That injured list just keeps piling up.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens when you're playing 13 weeks into a season.
Yeah. Carries again. That's Kinker. Gets to about the 48, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Once again, we are thankful that we are at home. Last week at Perry, we had no scoreboard, so it was all done by hand, which I forgot how nice it was to have a scoreboard that I can pull all the data from so I don't have to hand enter all that stuff. So, once again, friendly confines here of Art Sanders Field. Handoff, he's stopped behind the line. He's not going to get anywhere. It's going to be 4th and 1. Ball's out, but it's going to be too late. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 48. The Senators put their foot in the dirt and do not allow that push up front. So,
well, first 2 plays worked out really well. 3rd one got stopped. Let's see what they do here.
So they do come out back in the shotgun. Going to be a handoff to number 10.
I think they got the first down.
He got the first down by about a yard. So fresh set of downs. First down for the Chargers here. Going to be across the 50, heading towards the 49, not the 51. That's always Darren's line at the 51. So
I would make that mistake.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. I took it away from you before you could. So 1st and 10 here.
Maybe if I just don't say anything, people won't realize how little I know about football.
Nice tackle out there by Bryce Brown. He comes up and has some nice white paint from the Senator Sam head. It's going to be 2nd and about 7.
But we've yet to see a pass play. So.
We have yet to see it, which was kind of the thing that we heard. They like to throw it around some, but we haven't seen it yet.
Quarterback looks like he throws the ball well. I was watching him in warm-up, so we'll see.
Quarterback is number 3, Alex Stern, the coach's son. So we've got 2 coaches' sons who both play quarterback here. Going to be back in shotgun again. He's going to drop first pass of the game. Throws out wide. Caney catches it. Going to come out at about the 43, 42. Going to be a 3rd down. Coach Russell did just message me and said he's going to try to keep stats at home, so you're off the hook for stats.
All right, good deal. I was working really hard over here on
I
those
can
stats.
tell you don't even have a pen. So, once again, in shotgun. Stern drops back to throw. Catches it. Swingo catches that one.
They're going to
get another first down. So going to be the 2nd first down here for the Chargers.
Looks like they're giving him some quick hits to kind of get him into the swing of things.
Into the rhythm. Across the way, we've got our normal grounds crew over there. Coach Sullivan, boys basketball coach, along with Coach Myers over there running the chains.
Running the grill, then running the chains.
Running the grill and the chains. I believe Joe Walker is over there on the chains also. And Tom Rosenbaum, I think that's the 4.
Yeah, 4 knuckleheads.
Handoff, fullback. That's Swingo again up the middle.
Like I said before, I really think that both of our first drives will play a big part in this game. I mean, it's just it's a momentum grab if you can score on that first drive.
So going to be 2nd down and about 4. Senators' defense is going to have to step up here and really buckle down. Still 0-0 here, 7:33 to go. Out of the shotgun with a deep back. 30 is going to go out of the game. Not quite sure what's up with that. That's Alex Bird. So Stern gets the call from his dad on the far sideline. We go trips to the near side of the field with a deep back.
Oh, gosh.
Going to be a handoff up the middle. That's Swingo again. It's going to be close to a first down, right at it. Still waiting to see a signal. It's going to be a first down, third one of the game. This is the area of the field where the Senator defense really seems to kick in and get it, under control and slow it down.
What was it at Perry? Were they on the 15?
15, I believe.
They had 1st and 10 on the 15 maybe, and we were able to put together a stand. So
it's a handoff again up the middle. Nick Kinker. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a short one.
I'll be interested. Like I said, after we thought they would be more pass heavy. It'll be interesting to see what we do on the offensive end coming out. Like I said, we're pretty balanced, but you never know.
We have yet to see Stern pull the ball down, which is something we see Holden do quite a bit. So he back to pass, Stern deep, wide open. Number 5 drops it.
Wow.
Noah Howell drops the ball. He's unable to bring that one in. He's wide open, not anybody around him, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
I hate to be that guy, but sectional time, you have got to capitalize on something like that.
That is going to be one that I'm sure North Decatur is going to want to have back. So far, we're approaching 6 minutes into this quarter, and the Senators still haven't touched the ball yet. Stern goes back to his shotgun position, twins to this side. Then we go twins to the other side after the motion. Going to come back and throw. Bird catches, breaks a tackle, and then is going to go forward. Looks like he goes down at about the 11.
Looked like he caught that before the first down marker, and then made a few moves and got about, 7, 8 more yards there.
7, 8 more yards there. So
it's a nice play by him.
I'm wrong. It's not the 11. It's the 6. So going to be 1st and goal here from the 6. They spread it out, go 5 wide, empty backfield.
That's what we start off with, about 5 or 6 runs, and now we've had 3 or 4 passes in a row.
There's the jet sweep coming out wide, looking for somebody to get there. Unable to get there, so it's a touchdown for the Cougars. Or
Chargers.
Chargers. Touchdown for them, so that brings the score 6-0. That's the jet sweep that the Senators run so well.
Got a new guy in the booth. You're all off your game.
I am. So 5:39 to go here in the first period of play. 6-0. They are lined up to kick. So they do have a kicker. It is number 30, Alex Bird. Kick is up and good. Going to be 7-0 at 5:39. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSAA, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field.
Roper
Chargers
back.
Kick that one away. Roper with the ball goes up the middle where he's hit and then brought down at the 35. Be interesting to see how the Senators come out here. It's been a while since they have played from behind.
Been a long time. When was the last time we were?
Salem.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So quite a while here. Holden back in the backfield with, I believe that's McFeeters beside him. Twins to this side, 2 tight ends. Going to be a jump. Very nice job by Holden. 3 games in a row that he has been able to draw that defense off sides. Very first play of the game.
Like we said, penalties are going to play a part in this game.
So that's going to bring up a first and 5. Nice way to start off. Always good to start off with a penalty.
A free 5 yards.
Free 5 yards, can't.
The ball goes up to the 42-yard line. Snap goes back to Bowsman. He looks. He's going to throw it out.
Passes over to Jake. Unable to get there. Jake does a good job of running that out route there. Gets upfield about 5 or 6 yards and then comes out, but is unable to catch that one.
North Decatur not going with the sleeves, I've noticed tonight.
Yeah.
All of our guys have sleeves on. Not saying anything bad against North Decatur. I'm just saying no sleeves. That's they're a lot tougher than me. I'm up here in this booth with a sweater and a heater right beside me. These guys are a lot tougher than me.
McFeeters ducks his head. Going to gain about 2 on that one, so going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Ball's going to be on the 44.
Oh, gosh. There's another jump.
Sanford's got the ball in the backfield, but he's not going anywhere. So
looks like he got back in time, the defender.
Yeah. Maybe a loss of 1.
I'm sure. Looks like we're going into our punt formation.
Yep, looks like Holden's going to drop back and boot this one away. 3 and out is not what the Senators wanted to do here.
No, not to start the game, but we'll be all right.
Bousman takes it, punts it away. Going to be a nice kick. Caught at the 26, goes nowhere, goes straight down. McFeeters in on that tackle. Remember, those of you who are trying to get on and watch it, is out on the YouTube. If you search West Washington live stream, it pops up. Make sure you subscribe, and then you'll be notified of all of the games that we do. Basketball season coming up, where Coach Ingram has his JV girls out, and sometimes we even throw those games on too. So
Good. What's the next game you got?
May go to Southwestern tomorrow. Not 100% sure, but might go there.
Yeah, I think it'll be we were talking about that today. I think that'll be a good game. We've had the 2 years that I've coached, she's probably top 5 girls basketball players that I've seen. So she really dictated that game, and but they had other players, like you said. They were really deep and really well coached, and they put it on us. And we played well, though. There was a lot of positives, and then on the opposite end of that, we go to South Central, to a team that it's rebuilding, and we beat them by about 30-35 points. So we haven't had that dogfight yet, and I think we'll see that. I think we'll see that tomorrow. Southwestern, they got a few girls returning. Their leading scorer, she tore her ACL last year, so she's coming back, and they got 2 or 3 other complimentary girls, and it'll be a good test for us. Did he get the first down?
Chargers make another run there. It's been 3 straight runs. They're going to come in, and he's going to be right at the sticks. I think he's got enough for a first down there, so Coach Sullivan across the way moves the sticks. This is not the offense that I was prepared to see out of the Chargers. I figured they were more of a spread-it-out, throw-it team, but it's been a solid stable of runs here. So they go Twins with a tight end to the near side of the field. Nice job.
About 3?
3. That is waiting for him to pop up, number 48, Weston Swango, the 6'2", 180-pound senior tight end.
So who won the matchup between Jeff and Floyd last week?
Floyd.
Did they? What was the score?
I don't know the score off the top of my head, but Floyd is at Bloomington South tonight. So
How's
there's
Bloomington
another
South?
Good.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be another test for Floyd. Floyd probably the favorite in that game, but still a test. Trips to the far side of the field. Stern drops back to pass, airs it out across the middle.
Oh, pass interference.
Farmer's going to get there too early, so going to be a pass interference.
That's a gift.
He was probably going to catch it, so it's a good penalty to take there. It's going to be a first down on the pass interference. First time that Farmer has been flagged for that all year long, I believe. So
he throws a good ball.
He does. He throws a nice ball across the middle.
And you know what? The only other person I've seen this year that throws a ball as good as that, Holden.
Yeah. So going to be a 15-yard penalty there. There's 10. Moving forward another 5. Going to be right there. So now the chains are going to move. Going to be first down and 10 at the 45 of West Washington.
They are mixing it up because as soon as we start saying there's a run, they drop a pass on us.
Yeah, yeah.
So they are pretty diversified as far as the pass and run game goes.
It's going to be a jet sweep across the middle. He's brought down by Trenton Binskin. Nice job by Trenton to get there in time. Instant replay for those of you there at home watching. That was a jet sweep across the outside, and Trenton read that one and was able to bring him down before he got to the corner. So Coach Ingram sitting there looking at the instant replay. He's like, wow, instant replay.
What is that thing?
We do it up big here at West Washington.
How you do that?
Back to the throw. It's going to be flushed out of the pocket where the Senators give chase. Throws it deep. Picked off by Farmer. Nice job by Farmer to get in on that pick. That ball is thrown. Stern drops back to throw it. Instant replay coming up for you. I'm sure that'll be a play of the week nomination there for Farmer, who makes up for that pass interference call.
What was that, 2nd and 9?
2nd and 9.
I probably would have tucked that and ran. I don't know that he necessarily needed to throw that ball.
Yeah, nice job there by Farmer to make up for that.
Well, maybe we get a little bit momentum here.
That pass interference that he had called against him. So now it's going to be Senator ball on the 31-yard line.
It's nice that Chase makes a play like that. You know, when you have a pass interference, that can really get in your head.
Right.
So for a team to come down and score in that situation.
Holden turns, rolls. There's Jake Strange.
That's a heck of a grab.
Good job by Jake Strange to catch that one, come across to the 48, not the 52.
Exactly. Who would say that?
Well, you were thinking. I could see the wheels turning there. You were not quite sure what to say. So it is on the 48. West Washington with a big pass play there.
1st and 10 on the 75. We're rolling.
Under a minute to go here. Senators trail 7-0 at Art Sanders Field. They're going to get another play off here.
Rope, not much
Rope
there.
or nothing there.
You know, we always talk, well, you guys always talk and I always listen, but you always talk about our weapons with Mason, Jake, Chase. I mean, we got all of them. And it seems like Jake's number is being called a lot right now. So he may be, you know, when you're talking about our weapons, he may be that guy tonight.
Yeah. Under 15 seconds to go here. We don't have to snap the ball again, but knowing the Senators, we're going to. We want as many offensive plays as we can get. So holding the in shotgun, rolls out to his left, throws across the field. Going to be a first down. I believe that's Sanford over there who makes that snag. Great job by him. That's going to be a first down where the clock stops with 1 second to go for the chains to get set. Now the clock winds, and that is the end of the first period of play here. Senators are driving. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSAA, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Ah, let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, oh, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are driving. First time we've seen Mason Armstrong in the backfield today. This is only the second time the Senators have touched the ball, but the first 3 and out, he was not in the backfield. He does come in on this set.
This is new territory for us. We, like you said, since the Salem game, we've never been down. So,
right,
and no less in the second quarter, which I know is the start of the second quarter, but it'll be interesting to see how our guys react.
Yeah.
So far, we're doing pretty well.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Holden in shotgun, Mason to his left.
You can see their breath, so I'm pretty thankful we're up here.
Well, hand off to Mason. Mason finds a hole, steps, turns, spins, and goes down after about a 10-yard gain. Nice job there by the senior, who, if he wasn't at West Washington, I'm sure he would want to go to school at Perry Central. He's had, I believe it's 7 or 8 touchdowns on the Perry Central field, so that's a nice field there for him. We go to a pistol look. Oh, no, we're going to shift. We're going to send 4 wide receivers out to the other side.
So they got 2 guys out there.
Holden with going to pull it down. Going to be a gain of about 4, but we got a flag on the field, so this one may be coming back just the way it looked. Got a hold on the Senators, so that one's going to back the Senators up. Those of you out there watching, if you're trying to direct people how to get to us, you can go to our YouTube page, West Washington Livestream, or you can get us on ihsaatv.org. We do have links there also, so you can find our game on that website also. Thanks to them for picking up all of our games that we do so far. They even had your girls' game at Linton on IHSAA TV. So
really,
yeah. While you were in Linton, I was at home watching.
There you go.
So Senators go back to their pistol look. Bowsman pulls it, rolls, throws to Farmer. Farmer going to pick up a big chunk back. He's going to get about 20 on that catch. He's going to drag the Charger with him about 5 yards once he does catch it. Nice job there by Farmer.
Those are good plays to get. Shows that we're capable of doing that. That first drive, or we go 4 and out real fast and, you know, take the wind out of yourselves real quick, and it's nice to get some of those plays up.
Right.
Oh, geez. Jake.
He's going to draw the the false start on that one.
Well, we're not winning the penalty battle
not
so
yet.
far.
Not
we talked
yet.
about it. I think we're 4-1.
That's usually Darren's the stat man, so he's watching at home and going to send us stats or call in at halftime. So.
Well, I got my fingers up. I got one hand for Decatur, one hand for us. So there's your stats.
Well, I hope there's only that many. And any that the Senators don't use, you can loan over to North Decatur. So now we're going to get another false start.
There goes another finger.
So Senators are shooting themselves in the foot right now. We're going to back up another 5 yards. So this is going to be 1st and 20 from the 25. We are just starting the second quarter. Mason does a nice job of running forward, gets his legs taken out. Gets about 3 of it back, so going to be 2nd and 17. Ball on the 21. Kind of funny, last week we were one of the last games to get started. This week we're one of the first games to get started. So,
even with Decatur being so far away?
Yep.
Really?
Jake Strange catches, goes out at the goal line at about the 2. Nice job by Jake Strange there to make that reception. Going to be 1st and goal, West Washington.
I would say Jake is probably nearing 100 yards at this point.
He's closing in. He's made a couple of very nice grabs. This is where we see this pistol look from the Senators really be effective because all of their weapons are in the backfield. Bausman takes it, hands it off to Mason. Mason ducks his head, gets towards the goal line. Nothing yet, no signal. So going to be 2nd and a foot maybe. This ball's got to go back to Mason Armstrong here, going right up the gut. That's exactly what they do. Nothing there. He's going to lose a yard.
When in doubt, in a sectional ball game, I think you got to go to a senior.
Go to a senior. I like that.
Not saying I don't think Rope could take that ball in there, because I definitely think he could too, the way he's been running it this year. But like I said, a tournament type ball game, I'm going to a senior. If I got a choice, I'm going to him.
Coach Bausman calls in the play. Back in the pistol look. Nope, we're going to motion him out. Put Mason beside Holden to the short side of the field. Holden goes to the corner. He's in. Holden with a touchdown. Nice job there. Holden gets in at the pylon. Sorry, those of you at home, we can't get that corner of the field covered because we got a post covering just that one corner. The rest of the field is wide open. We get everything, but that corner we just can't get. So Holden gets in for a touchdown there, makes it 6-7. North Decatur still ahead. They made their extra point. Senators line up in the pistol, going for 2.
Well, we talk about penalties. You know what could also play a big factor is these extra
points. Bausman rolls, looking, throws. Jake in the back for the 2-point conversion. The big tight end, 6'5", covering that back part of the end zone. Hard to cover back there. So the Senators do jump out to an 8-7 lead. We're going to step aside, get a commercial break from the IHSA, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators do lead 8-7.
Has Harrison or Chase caught a ball yet?
Chase caught a ball, but it was from their quarterback.
Yeah, that's good.
And Harrison caught a ball from our quarterback.
I may not know a lot about football, but I know that when we catch one from their quarterback, that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah. Jake kicks it away, deep down the middle, booming it. It's going to get into the end zone. Going to be a touchback for the Senators.
Well, I just wonder if they're not keying in on Harrison and Chase, and that's kind of left it open for Jake to have a game.
It's a matter of formation for North Decatur. They're gonna
So North Decatur going to come out under the shotgun, going to be a wide receiver screen, a flanker screen. Breaks the tackle, going to get about 11 on that one.
First and 10, but I tell you.
Well, we had him before the first down.
Yeah, doesn't quite work out. Once again, like to give a special thanks out to our live stream technician tonight, Miss Madeline Akers, who is running the camera and the stream. So big thanks to her. She's over there actually watching the Lutheran game, keeping us updated on what's going on it, because that's who the winner of this will play. They'll play the winner of North Vermilion and Indy Lutheran.
Wing here on the near side, split out wide right or wide to the far side, just win.
Back to pass.
Stern's going to go for another screen.
Going to be a screen underneath. Lots of room. Holden tries to make a tackle, doesn't get it. So I believe that's Sanford, who is going to bring down the receiver over on the far side of the field at the 42. So that's a big gain there for the Chargers.
Between our last drive and their last drive, this is the shootout that I was kind of imagining.
That's exactly. Everybody kind of was asking what we thought the score might be, what it was going to be. Well, I think it's a shootout.
Absolutely. You got the twins to the far side, got one near to throw out, one split out wide on the near side. They're going to give a pull back. That is 40.
Kinker's still on his feet, driving forward.
35 down to the 30.
That's a pretty bold call. Two screens in a row. And,
yeah.
But then you mix it up with the run, you know. I mean, it works.
Right. Senators defense needs to step up here and put a stop together for them.
Do we have any stats from Darren? Because right now I have 500 rushing yards for us.
Well, not quite. He's watching at home. He said he was covering. So we've got a late flag coming in.
If my calculations are right, we have 28 points, 500 rushing yards.
Well, those of you at home, don't listen to him a bit. He can't count higher than 6. So. Personal foul on the Senators. So going to be a face mask on them.
At least that wasn't a Miles Garrett personal foul.
Yes. Those of you who don't know what we're talking about, he ripped a player's helmet off and then tried to hit him with it. So
he did hit him with it.
He did hit him with it, actually. So the Chargers are going to move inside the 20 to about the 14. It's going to be a handoff coming this way. Nothing there. Senator line there ready to stop that one. Going to be about a gain of maybe 2. Early in the other regional matchup, North Vermilion and Lutheran are tied at 0. Early, still 9:40 to go in the first half of that one. Or in the first quarter of that one, sorry.
Am I correct in North Vermilion's ranked 2nd or 3rd? Mm-hmm. Are they also undefeated, or they have one loss?
They have one loss.
Who was their loss to? South Vermilion? Or was it one of the... Was it Linton?
Linton. Going to be a pass. Throws across. It doesn't get it. So going to bring up a 3rd down and about 8. So get good pressure there from the Senator line. Make Stern throw that ball a little earlier than he probably wanted to.
I'll be interested to see if they don't get this, if they bring that kicker out.
Yeah.
Because he did show he had some ability with that extra point.
So Senators really need to stop here. The Chargers go with a spread look. Oh! Through the hands and out of bounds.
That's not the same cat that dropped the...
That is the same guy who dropped the pass down this side. That is number 5, Noah Howell. So that's twice they've hit him, and he's been unable to come up with it. So looks like the Chargers are going to go for this one.
And you know what? I bet that kid has the surest hands on the team.
Probably. A little bit cold, and, regional championship game. Lots of things can happen. So North Decatur does call a timeout. We're going to step aside, get a commercial break from Lynx Clothing and Shoes. Ricky is up here in the box. So we're going to step aside, have that commercial. We'll be back in just a moment.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
Back here live at Art Sanders Field, looking for updates around Lutheran is up 6-0 over North Vermilion. They just go on a touchdown drive there. Here at Art Sanders Field, the North Decatur Chargers are looking to get into the end zone. They've got a 4th and 8. Stern is going to take the snap here, so they are going for it on 4th down.
I've had a few questions about our crowd. Crowd looks big, but definitely larger than North Decatur, but they did bring him as well.
Touchdown for the Chargers. They are going to get in on that. That's number 10, Logan Kane gets into the end zone, moves the score 13-8.
Chargers, not the Cougars.
Chargers. Your job is the mascot. I'm just going to stick with North Decatur from here on.
Remember who the mascots are.
They are attacking our.
So they do get in. That makes it 13-8, 6:41 left to go here in the first half of play. Number 30, Alex Bird is the kicker. Snap is back, up, and goes through.
No.
Oh, no good. No good. Goes outside, so that makes it 13-8 still. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field. The West Washington Senators are trailing 13-8 to the North Decatur Chargers. Finally did get it right there. As you heard, that last spot was from the IHSAA talking about the volleyball action that happened just last weekend. That's from up in the neck of the woods where you were for quite a while, the volleyball mecca of Muncie.
Yeah, coached 6th grade volleyball up there first season. Loved every bit of it. It's but we've talked about that before. Southern Indiana's becoming just as popular with volleyball as Muncie was when I was there.
Right.
I mean, you have Providence, you got Christian Academy, both have moved up in classes, and then, of course, Trinity and Brownstown recently.
Right.
Just went to the state title game.
And Brownstown was able to come away with a state championship. Trinity was dismissed in 5 sets by Cowan, I believe it was, which is a Muncie area school.
Yeah. Oh,
Roper takes that handoff and then stumbles to the ground. Isn't going to gain anything there, probably a loss of 1. The other state championship 3A, we talked about Brownstown, and then 4A, Newcastle with their 3rd straight with the Shaftmaster sisters really going after it there. So
I think Providence, were they not 4A? Did they get moved all the way
moved
up to 4A?
They were to 4A, and they got beat, I believe, by Center Grove. which is who the Trojans of Newcastle played. Jet sweep with Sanford. He gets out wide and then is met by Bird. Bird gets him before he gets back to the line. So going to be a gain of about 2 to bring it back to 3rd and 10.
It's funny, when I was up in Muncie, I remember going to Muncie Burris in that Cracker Box gym.
Yep.
I mean, maybe seats 100 people, and they
and
ripped
it is
off
packed.
It's packed, and I think they ripped off like 18 or 19 straight state titles.
Yep.
And
that was back when I was in high school up at Newcastle. Muncie Burris was the place to go, along with Muncie Central.
Yeah.
So those are all Muncie schools that. Nice flanker screen out there to Farmer, but he's not going to gain anything. So this is going to bring up 4th down and about 11. Yeah, that whole Muncie area plays in the Munciana Volleyball Travel League, and they go all over the place.
But we have Union,
which is the southern part of the state.
Yeah.
So
I did just read where IU, I think they have the #1 recruiting class volleyball-wise coming in next year.
Yeah. Bad snap back to Holden. He is able to field it and get it away. That one drops, bounces, rolls. Trenton Binskin able to slide on it. And then Farmer does pick it up. I'm not quite sure where they're going to spot that one. Looks at about the 36, so that's where the Chargers are going to take over.
But you really can't be too upset that Trinity made it, because those basketball girls are about, what have they had, maybe 2 or 3 practices probably?
Yeah.
So they're kind of behind the 8 ball right now.
And they do have a lot of the basketball players that do play volleyball.
Yep.
So Senators here do trail 13-8, 4:33 left to go in the first half. That's a handoff up the middle. Gains about 4. That is number 40, Nick Kinker.
For those listening, we are doing a football game, not a volleyball game, or a volleyball match.
Well, I'm trying to make it over something that you know anything about. You said you didn't know anything about football. I mean, we can talk volleyball if you want.
Yeah, you want to go to baseball, we can go to that next, and
we'll just work our way around.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked some girls basketball. We got to talk some boys basketball apparently.
Yeah.
We'll work that in, and then some wrestling.
Yeah. Hey, wrestling numbers look great. Tank told me that they thought they would spot a full team, so good for them.
Mason Armstrong with that tackle, gonna make it about a gain of 2. That's Kinker again with the carry there. Bring up 3rd and 2. Senators defense needs to buckle down here. We're about 3:30 left to go in the first half.
We got Landon Pearson coming in.
Landon Pearson comes in, Mason Armstrong out, so we're going to go to a 5 front, it looks like. Third and 2 with 2 backs in the backfield. Stern going to take that, carry it up the middle. He's going to gain about 8. Nice run there by Stern. That was a design run by him. As soon as that ball was snapped, that's right where he was going. He knew he was going forward. Those of you interested in the Lutheran North Vermilion score, they have tied it up 7-7. Stern back to his shotgun position here. Tight end goes to the far side of the field. Now we get a receiver coming across. That's going to be a jet sweep. Number 10 with that one. Takes it, makes a nice cut.
They also like that jet sweep.
They do like the jet sweep.
And they kind of do it like we do, where they throw it to that guy
it's kind of a frontward pitch. Kind of a shuffle pass there. So under 2:30, we're at 2:14 to go here in the first half of play.
I got to imagine that whether they score or not, North Decatur, they're going to be happy going into half with this.
Yeah.
And vice versa. We can't be upset.
Right.
That
Second,
it's on
the second and third periods are where the Senators really score a lot of their points. So, we're still looking at the fourth period of play, or the third period of play in front of us, hopefully where we can get quite a few points on the board. Looks like North Decatur is going to take a timeout. So we're going to step aside and have a commercial break from the IHSAA, and we'll be back in just a moment.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Indiana's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Here we are, coming back live here at Art Sanders Field. The Chargers have a second down and 2.
Oh.
Going to be a handoff going the opposite way.
A little misdirection.
Yeah, misdirection in the backfield. Caney with the carry there. Going to pick up the first down. Clock will start to run once they get the chain set. 1:39 left to go here in the first half of play.
I don't think they did. I think those guys in the stripes were just calling, maybe stop the clock and move the chain. They've not done anything yet. They told the chains to move. We've not done anything. Nice gainer there. What are they doing? It was certainly enough for a first.
Oh, we got a flag on the far side. Face mask on the Senators, so that's going to be even further.
I didn't even see a flag.
I didn't see the face mask anywhere, but definitely a flag picked up, so that's going to move the chains even further.
Darren says he thinks a inside zone run would work just right for us.
Well, we're hoping that we don't get the ball back, because in order for us to get the ball back here, they're going to have to score, or we're going to have a turnover that we take away, which the turnover would be okay, but we definitely don't want them to score again before the half.
So I'll go ahead and call Coach Bowsman and tell him to run.
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure he's got his phone in his
Yeah.
pocket ready for you to hear. So we're going to have a stoppage of play.
I don't know if North Decatur got out of school here early, but they were here by 4:35.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think they had, 2 hours to get here?
Yeah, it's every bit of 2 hours. So it looks like it's going to be a clock reset to 1:39, which is what we had when we started.
And, for some teams that can be a detriment that far of a drive, but for others, you get those kids on a bus, they get focused up.
Yeah.
For some guys it does all right.
So clock reset to 1:39 here.
And I guess because of the penalty, the clock does stop. Two wide receivers in their side.
Stern pulls it down. Going to gain maybe 2 on that side. Going to be another flag that we see fly.
We'll see what North Decatur is clapping their hands like it's going to be something on the West Washington Center.
So still waiting to get a call from the official. Minute 30 to go.
What is the penalty difference at now? Probably about 7 to 2.
Yeah. Wondering what it is. The Senators are backing up. Another personal foul, face mask on the Senators. And you don't see a face mask penalty come that late. That's the issue that the Senators have with that. If you're going to call it, go ahead and call it, but call it as it happens, not once the play is already dead, the runner is already on the ground, and now we're calling it. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 7, or a 1st and goal for the Chargers here. 1:30 left to go.
Well, before I would say they're in field goal range, but after old boy missed the extra point, I don't know that they are.
So twins to the near side, twins to the top. Going to be a handoff, looking for the end zone. Gets met, doesn't get into the end zone. So going to come up short. Clock does continue to run here. 1:20 left to go. In comes, I believe that's Landon Pearson coming in.
Out is Trenton Benskin.
Out is Trenton Benskin. Don't know that he gets in there either. It's close.
Tinker looks like their go-to back tonight. He ran the ball well.
So 51 seconds left to go. Ball right on the goal line. Going to be 3rd down.
To stop the. Is that how they call timeouts here? Sideline. They called on North. They pointed toward North Decatur, so I don't know. But it was certainly a great way of stopping the clock and not having to call timeouts.
That's a very interesting call there. It was a sideline warning on North Decatur. Now the clock starts to run again. Under 30 to go. We're going to see a ball come right up the middle here, right up the gut.
Oh.
He's met in the backfield before he's able to get anywhere. Nice job there by the Senators. So now North Decatur is going to bring this clock all the way down and then call a timeout. 4 seconds to go here, where the Senators are going to have a 4th down defensive stand from about the 5. So going to be interesting to see what happens there. We're going to step aside, take a quick commercial break, a 30-second, and we will be back.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support.
Back to action here at Art Sanders Field. They are going to line up for a field goal with Bird.
Well, we were both wrong.
We're going to see a field goal attempt here. Ball is down, it's up, and good. Clock does run out on that play, so that makes it 18 to 6. Sorry, let me try again. 8 to 16 in favor of the North Decatur Chargers. So that's a 1 touchdown game difference there. We're going to step aside, bring in a couple of commercials, and then we'll be back with the Commissioner's Corner and having them call in and talk about the upcoming events for the IHSAA. We'll be back in just a moment.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Indiana's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Actually, the guys that are doing it are SRN.
Okay.
Are neither. Yeah, I would agree with that. And then
This is going to be a good game.
yeah, defense and offensive side of football. And the other thing that I think
wins this because their hands
really knows
step out.
Darren's all over the field somehow. And Swain, even some of those guys get them out in space. They have a hard time really containing that. And then you look at defense and you got to shore up what they're doing with number 42, that big tight end out there. That drive that they put together and scored the touchdown down there, 3 or 4 passes working together, and no big gainers or anything like that. It was 10, 12 yards or anything, and then got him in the end zone for 2-point conversion. So that's something that we'll have to shore up a little bit there on our end. But overall, I mean, you couldn't ask for better now for football. Well played, very well played on the Decatur side of football. I don't know if there's any things with very minimal. West Washington, West Washington get things a little bit clean up there. They had
An exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. Commissioner, congratulations to you and your staff and to some winning schools. Volleyball championships over the weekend at Worthen Arena at the campus of Ball State in Muncie. Record crowds for these great matchups.
It was, Bob, a great weekend. I want to thank Ball State University and the folks at Worthen Arena for all the support they provide, and just a tremendous venue. And you touched on it, the largest crowd that we have had at Worthen Arena since we moved the volleyball championships there in 2007. Just short of 8,000 fans for the day that paid attendance, and thousands more that watched it on our television broadcast on Fox Sports. So we're extremely pleased with our volleyball championships and extend our congratulations to Cowan, Heritage Christian, Brownstown Central, and Newcastle for their championships. Great day of volleyball. The sport of volleyball is alive and well in Indiana and continues to grow, and couldn't be more pleased with how the day turned out at Ball State.
It just keeps this is a sport, I think, that continues to grow in terms of its popularity around our state, and not to mention the fact that we have some really, really good teams. Well, the Newcastle squad is, depending upon what ranking system you believe in, Max Preps has them as the number one volleyball team in the country. And when you watch them play, you can see why. They've got several young ladies that are tremendous players, and they've won 4 state championships in a row now. They are very, very well coached, tremendous athletes, and it raises the bar for the play of volleyball across our state. And I think you see that in all the other schools that participate, and the level of play in our state is very high. And so we're excited about that, and I think that's why you see continued growth and continued enthusiasm surrounding the sport. The Commissioner of the IHSA, Bobby Cox, joining us for our weekly conversation. All right, so your fall schedule about to wrap up. We have the regional round of football, and the weather has been miserable to this point, but we are encouraged that we might get some decent weather this weekend. Yeah, I hate to talk about weather because it makes me nervous, but you're right. We've had a few days that have been pretty challenging across our state.
But I'm looking at the forecast, as I typically do, and it looks nice for the weekend. It looks sunny, mostly sunny across the state on Friday, highs in the 30s, in the south closer to 40. And so there's really no reason why you can't come out and watch these 48 sectional champions compete at the regional level. I'm looking at the matchups, and the records are just phenomenal. And, you know, like I've always said, good teams are going to advance, and teams that aren't so good aren't going to advance, and that's what we've got here. We've got a lot of great teams, great matchups. I got 5 games marked on my schedule. I can only go to 2, but there's a game out there somewhere for everybody to go to, and we encourage our fans to get out and support their local school and come to the game and support these young people, because it's a great tournament, and we're going to have a great weekend for it.
We've talked about this, but, you know, girls basketball has already begun. Boys basketball started practice this week. You're wrapping up football, just concluded volleyball, soccer. It's an incredibly important time of year. But this convergence of the football and basketball fans really, as you point out, gives you plenty of opportunities to get involved.
Absolutely. And the reality is that the workload here at our office doesn't stop. It just morphs right into fall season, finishes up 2 weeks from this weekend. We'll have our state finals in football and Thanksgiving weekend, and then we're already into basketball, as you've pointed out. Girls are already playing games, and boys will be playing in a couple weeks. And before we know it, the winter season will be upon us, and swimming will be going on, and wrestling will be going on, and it just continues to flow right into the winter championships after the holiday season. So we don't have any time for rest right now. We just got to keep plunging forward.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. Our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA. Commissioner, have a great weekend. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it.
We had the ball 3 times.
Back here at Art Sanders Field, in the background we've got the sectional championship game with Perry Central. Kind of some of the highlights there, but we have gotten the stats from Coach Russell, who is at home, with his sickness going on. So the Senators are averaging only half a yard per rush. They are 6 of 7 on the passing side, for 73 yards with 10.4 average. Total plays, the Senators have only ran 17 plays and gained 79 yards. The average per play is 4.6. They do have 0 turnovers and are 2 of 3 on third down conversions. On the other hand, the Chargers are averaging 4.5 yards per play. They're 11 of 15 with 1 interception for 97 yards. That's 6.5 yards per pass attempt. Running plays, they've run 34 for 183.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. Commissioner, congratulations to you and your staff and to some winning schools. Volleyball championships over the weekend at Worthen Arena at the campus of Ball State in Muncie. Record crowds for these great matchups.
It was, Bob, a great weekend. I want to thank Ball State University and the folks at Worthen Arena for all the support they provide, and just a tremendous venue. And you touched on it, the largest crowd that we have had at Worthen Arena since we moved the volleyball championships there in 2007.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today, 812-883-4154.
Yes.
Back to action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are coming out of their halftime pep talk by Coach Bausman. I'm sure he's got a game plan, a change, to help with some of the, first off, it's the penalties. The penalties and the two-point conversions, the field goals that North Decatur is able to kick. That's been the difference so far in this half. I'm sure he talked to his boys about cleaning it up and making a better effort there for them. That's the difference in this score. They had two long drives, North Decatur did, and they were helped by penalties that didn't do anything for the Senators. It pushed them back, put them behind the sticks, and it was hard for them to hold tight and be able to pull that back.
Some of these guys coming into this game, like I said, it's a sectional game, big time atmosphere. Some of them try to do maybe too much rather than doing what's worked for them the past 12 games. So you come into a game like this, and it's hard not to be so amped up and want to be kind of the hero on the field and everything, but you got to really get back to what's worked for you. And so we'll see what they do here in the second half. Like you said, in the third or fourth quarter, we've pretty much killed it this year.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thing. We've got to find a playmaker is what we've got to do, and we've got a lot of athletes on our team and a lot of people who can make plays. It's just we've got to get them the ball and we've got to get them moving. Mm-hmm. It seems like Harrison hasn't touched the ball a whole lot. Mason hasn't touched the ball a lot, and it's been because our offense hasn't been on the field. We went 3 and out the very first drive, then we come out and we get an interception to come back on the field, and you're not going to score a lot of points if your offense is not on the field.
Well, the thing is, this is new territory for us. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but this is new territory for us being down, so it'll be interesting to see how we respond. Like I said, we can't have a bunch of guys trying to be the hero. They need to do their job and get after it, and we'll be all right.
Right. This game kind of reminds me a little bit of the Salem game. Kind of feels that way. We were down at half there, so we're down at half here. See if we can get this kind of turned around and come out and put up those points in the third and fourth period like we have been able to do all year long. The question is, can we do it in this game?
Well, on the opposite end, we talked about how their first drive was a real momentum grab, and it's shown, 16-8. So we'll see how our first drive goes here, and hopefully we can gain some of that momentum back ourselves.
And that's where the Senators do get the ball to start the second half. That ball is kicked deep to Roper McFeeters. He catches it and then goes straight up the middle, where he's then met by some Chargers, brought down at the 34.
But you're exactly right. I mean, we got to, talking about playmakers, we got a bunch of them.
We got a bunch of them. It's just we got to get them the ball.
Yeah.
So we start off with Mason Armstrong in the backfield, Farmer to the near side, Harrison looking where to go. He goes to the far side. Glenn Rankin to the near side, and Jake Strange to the far. Holden drops back. Nice catch by Farmer. He's going to gain about 11 on the very first play. That's something, a nice way to start. Holden gets out, gets a pass under his belt, a completed pass to Farmer. First down, move the chains.
Well, we talked about it. You got to find those playmakers, and so far we're doing it.
Those of you interested in the North Vermilion Lutheran score, it is all tied at 14, 9:24 left to go in the first period. We make a big shift. Sanford, nice job. He goes down.
Inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's going to be another 1st and 10, West Washington. Right off the bat.
Very nice job by Harrison there to pull that one in. Going to be a gain of approximately 20. Goes down to the 28-yard line. Senators still driving in the pistol. Handed off to Mason in the backfield. Makes a hurdle. Gains about 4 before he's then brought down.
Well, 3 seniors right there. Harrison, Chase, and Mason.
Yep.
So when in doubt, go to your seniors.
That's exactly what you said earlier. So that's the way the Senators are going to play that. They are, going to rely on those guys. We're still in the pistol look with all the seniors in the backfield. Faked. Throws over the top.
Sanford, and he don't turn around. There's contact everywhere.
Contact all over the place. No flag. Harrison looking to the official to get a flag on that. That's one of those that you've got to turn around on. You can't face guard in high school football. You've got to turn and make a play on the ball.
How much do you think they stress this week about being physical with our receivers?
A lot. A lot.
I really thought this second half we would really stress Jake with that first half he had, but it's nice to see some others get involved.
Caught by Glenn Rankin, a nice roll there by Holden. He then goes down at about the 14. So Glenn Rankin gets in on the offensive side of the ball. We've talked a lot about him on the defensive side of the ball, and mostly a pass-blocking tight end when he's in. So nice job of him running that route and then catching that ball.
That's probably somebody that they didn't have too much on their scouting report, and he may play a big role here.
Armstrong makes a nice zone read cut. He tries to go back. Gains maybe a yard. Second down and 9. 10:06 left to go here in the third period. Senators are driving on their first possession here of the second half. Holden rolls, looking, steps up, throws. Jake Strange, touchdown! Nice job by Jake to come in with that catch. Holden avoids the rush there. Gets up, gets into the field. Looks like we've got a penalty flag on the field maybe.
What do you think this is, holding?
I would guess holding from where they're standing. So that one's going to come back off the board.
I hate to be that guy, but penalties.
Yeah. So we got a penalty on that. I believe it was a hold. I couldn't see it.
Maybe saying an excessive celebration of sorts there. Points are on the board, but I don't see a call here. But why is the change second down and 15?
I'm lost. I think it's going to be a second down and 15. They're going to take the points off the board. Holden rolls, looks again. He gets upfield. Going to be caught. Nice job there by. That's going to be Harrison coming up.
Points are still on the board. But clearly.
Clearly this is going to be third down and about 7.
And also it's still 8-16.
Yeah. So even though our scoreboard says 14, it is not. It's 8. 16-8. North Decatur is leading. Holden pulls it down, rolls, looking. Caught nice by Rankin. Rankin comes in big again for another catch. Senators are going to get enough for a first down here. So we're going to still be driving. It's going to be first and goal. From the 3, I believe we're on. So we have lots of motion coming. We got twins to the near side. Hands off to Mason up the middle, looking for a hole. He's going to be short. Going to bring up 2nd and about 1. Lutheran is stretching out their lead in their game. They're up 27-14. 8:09 left to go in the first half.
Mason's running the ball better the second half.
Bousman takes that, dives in, he gets in. Bousman gets in for the touchdown, makes it 14-16. So Senators going to line up for 2 here, try to tie this game up. Like we said, this game may come down to 2-point conversions. Senators look to the sideline on what the play is going to be. Coach Bousman calls it in from the side. Pistol look. Going to be handed off to Mason. Mason ducks his head, gets in. Going to be a tie game, 16-16. So going to be a tie game here with 8:41 left to go in the third period of play. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from Lynx. We'll be back in just a moment.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square. We are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
Back here live at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators have tied the score 16-16, 8:41 left to go in the third period. We're in the shootout we were talking about. Jake Strange back to boot this one away.
Well, we got going in the third.
Yep, that one kicks it. It rolls to the 10 where they pick it up. Finds a hole. Down to the 30. Nice run there by number 10. So Senators going to bring their defense out where the Chargers have 70 yards to go here.
I'll be interested to see if they tried to bleed the clock a little bit like they did in that first half.
Yeah.
Try to keep this game maybe in the 20s versus, you know, a 44-48 type ball game.
You see the...
I don't know too many teams that want to get in a shootout with us.
No. Stern drops back to pass, tucks it, flips it. Going to be brought down. Caney brought down number 10. Senator defense still out in their forefront.
So far it does. Second down and 9. Change to the far side. Wide receiver by himself on the near side.
Going to be a handoff.
Not much there.
Not much there. Caney brought down. Senators, you can feel the momentum shifting. Senators out there raising their arms, telling the crowd to get into it. Going to be third down and about 7. Senators get the call in. The defense gets the call in from Coach Gibson. Swingo is the intended receiver there. Nice job by that Senator secondary. You're going to see North Decatur punt this one away. They're not going to go for it here. Fourth down and 7 deep in Senator territory, so they're going to punt this one away.
Drop passes are going to haunt them.
Yes. If they don't come out of here with a win, it's because of the dropped passes. So you see,
we've had 2 for a touchdown that have been dropped, and now that, which would have been a first down and then some.
Yep. Farmer back deep to return this one. That punt is away. It's off the side of his foot and drops. It's going to roll, bounce, stop at the 37-yard line where the Senators are going to take over with 7 minutes to go here in the third period. The momentum has shifted. Senator Nation on their feet down in the corner. The cheer block is all bundled up. They're ready to support these Senators and get them moving on for a touchdown here.
Well, I think you go back to what worked that opening drive. Go to your seniors.
Go to your seniors. Mason out of the backfield, and then the 2 senior receivers. They're both to the near side of the field. Hand off to Mason going up that side. He gains.
We do have a flag on the play.
3. We've got a flag.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say holding.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess from where it came from. Holding on the Senators, so that's going to back them up another 10. Happens close to the line of scrimmage, so this is going to be about a first down and 20 here after the hold.
And this time he's very thorough. Gives two distinct.
So Senators going to be faced with a first and 20.
So that's going to bring first down and 20. Ball goes back to the 27-yard line. Again, West Washington starting behind the sticks.
This is the kind of thing that hurt the Senators so much in the first half. They were behind the sticks all the time. They're behind the sticks now, so we've got to get this back to manageable. You don't have to get all 20 at once. Holden drops back to throw. He goes over the top.
And he's got a step.
Sanford with the catch.
He's going to catch it. He's at the 39-yard line.
Nice job there by Harrison Sanford. Going to be first down at the 40. I believe is where they're going to spot this ball. Nice job by Sanford with that snag. Lutheran still out in their game, 28-14, 5:20 left to go in the first half there. Senators flip the field on one play. Go back to the pistol look. Handoff to Farmer. Farmer looking for the edge, tries to get outside. He does gain the edge, and then going to turn up, going to get about 4 yards on that one.
That'll work.
That'll work every time. You get 4 a chunk, you're going to get first downs.
Adds up.
That's simple math even you can do, right? 4 plus 4 plus 4, that's a first down.
That's 2 more than 10.
Yeah, there you go. You didn't even have to take your shoes off to get that one.
So you're telling me that's all we got to do is
that's
get
all we got to do,
4 yards?
Get 4 yards every time.
Oh.
It's amazing how that works. Sounds pretty easy, right?
This football stuff's easy, man.
Holden. Jake Strange with the touchdown. Jake Strange, touchdown, Senators. No flags on the field, so that's going to be a touchdown for the Senators, 22-16.
Jake Strange is having a day, is he
Jake
not?
Strange runs that route down the center of the field, a seam route, and then he is wide open. Holden able to find him for the touchdown, makes it 22-16. Senators out ahead. Senators have motion all over the place. We're lined up going for 2. Holden rolls, looks, throws,
and
Sanford for 2. Nice job by Harrison Sanford. Makes it 24-16. Senators out by 8. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSA, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are out ahead 24-16. I have received my snap that I get every game from Brittany Powers. Normally she's at home watching, but she is here helping in the concession stand, so got that snap. That's the good luck charm. We're in good shape here. Senators out ahead 8. Jake boots that one away, bounces where the Chargers are going to pick it up and return it. Big hole down the middle. He's then met by some Senators, where he's brought down at about the 38-yard line. 5:15 left to go here in the in the third period of play. Still a lot of football to go.
Well, I don't think this was North Decatur's game plan coming out of the half.
No.
Give up 2 quick scores and let us run our offense like we want to do.
Yep. I'm sure there was some challenges made in that locker room to the offensive or to the defensive line and to the secondary. Jet sweep coming this way. Farmer does a nice job getting out wide to turn that back in where there's nothing there. Senators get there. Glenn Rankin in on that cleanup along with Mason Armstrong. 2 more seniors. Bryce Brown out on that one also.
Chase takes on the block and makes sure he keeps his outside free and makes that guy cut back inside.
Senators, you just feel they're chomping at the bit to get the ball back on offense.
The momentum has
shifted.
It's completely turned over here.
Senator Nation on their feet. These guys feel it. Going to be a slip. Stern goes to throw deep. Oh! Farmer goes for it.
No
is
flag.
unable to get it. No flag. Nice job by Farmer playing some defense there.
I wonder versus that field goal going into the second half if they now wish that they would have,
tried to punch that one in.
Yeah, tried to put a touchdown on the board.
I think they would have, but the play before where they got driven backwards really kind of changed their idea of, hey, we're going to be able to punch this in on the ground where they're not. So
yeah.
Senators come out with a 3rd and 9 here.
Got 5 out.
5 wide receivers. You're going spread look. Trips to this side.
5 wide receivers. 3 on the near side.
Back to throw. Inside. Swango gets it. He's going to get a first down. He's spun down by Glenn Rankin. He does a nice job there, but unable to keep them from getting the first down. So the Sticks are going to move. Clock's still running.
Swango's kind of been their go-to tonight.
Yep, he is the go-to for them.
10's dropped 2 in the end zone.
Yeah.
Who's that?
10 is
Who we got?
Caney.
2 in the end zone, but Swango's made some real nice
plays. Yeah,
Swango
is a sure-handed receiver over there, so you got to watch him all the time. Stern gets the snap, hands it off in the backfield to number 40, Nick Kinker.
He's also played a real nice game tonight.
Yep. He's going to get forward about 4 yards, going to make it 2nd and 6. Once again, remember, if you do subscribe to our YouTube page, that you get all the updates of when we're live and what's going on. So, definitely get out there on that so that you know when we're live and what we're broadcasting. Pretty easy this time of year because there's only one thing, football, going on. But when it comes to basketball, you're never quite sure where we are or what we're doing.
Got a little bit of a push there towards the end. Maybe picked up 5.
Going to bring up 3rd and short here. 3:15 left to go.
Decatur was very efficient on third down.
Senators come out again on their defensive side. Stern with the snap goes into the backfield, looking to
got
get
him.
forward. He's not going anywhere.
Go down. And now he loses
Goes back 2 yards.
Fourth
Going
and
to be
four, maybe.
4th and 4 here. 3rd down and 1 to 4th and 4.
Well, we could really steal the
We
game
could
here.
Steal the game right here. This is where the momentum shift needs to happen.
I got a feeling they try to go back to Swango this time.
Yeah. Jake Strange on his defensive end on the wide side of the field here.
Picked off.
It's number
4.
It's
Chase
number
Farmer
Chase Farmer
with the interception on this one. Going to be a takeaway.
Is in business.
West Washington in business, getting ready to move down the field on the offensive side. They do a great job on that defense, coming up with a turnover. 4th down, unable to convert it, but we do get the pick by the senior, Chase Farmer. Chase, not Bryce Farmer.
That was kind of uncanny from Stern. That's the first bad throw,
Yeah.
or bad decision I've seen him really make
Threw
tonight.
it right into Farmer's hands.
Chase's second
pick.
interception.
So Holden with the snap, rolls, looking, throws, gets it to Rankin.
Right at the sticks.
Is that Sanford or is that Rankin out there?
I believe that's Harrison. Yeah,
That is Harrison. Nice catch by Harrison.
he's made some good grabs tonight, that's for sure.
Gonna move the chains. 1st and 10. The Mo is on our side.
Yeah, it'd be real nice to punch another one in.
Yeah, that would be a
Going into the 4th quarter?
Yep. 1:38 left to go here in the 3rd period.
That would really
Senators in their pistol look, hand off to Mason. Mason gets tripped up in the backfield, going to get a gain of 2 right at the 50.
That would really put Decatur behind the 8 ball if we go up by 2 here. 2 scores,
2nd
that is.
and 8 for the Senators. Twins come to the near side of the field. Bowsman rolls, looking, nothing there. Throws it to Farmer. Farmer's going to gain about
7.
another 4 or 5 there. Going to bring up a 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 maybe. Lutheran out ahead 35-14, 2:43 left to go in the first half. They're spreading it out.
Say it again.
Lutheran is ahead of North Vermilion, which is who the winner of this game will play. The winner of that game. 2:43 left to go in the second. Put up 35 points in the first half.
Wow. That changed real fast. Wasn't
Yeah.
it 14s?
Yep. Bowsman tucks it, pulls, looking forward. Isn't going to get much, maybe a yard. So going to bring up 4th and 3. We're going to have the last play of the 3rd period was the one you just saw. We're going to come back after the quarter break with the Senators having a 4th down here, 4th and 3. We'll be back after the commercial break in just a moment.
Your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
No, I don't think so. I think our defense has responded so far in this half. It's on their side.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators have a 4th and 4 on their 46. They are up 8 over North Decatur.
But I don't want this football. I think, I'm thinking a few things. Comeback route.
Holden comes out. He is the punter, so it is nice that he, does everything from the shotgun. So, he does have some room to be able to punt this one away if he does so choose, but it looks like they're going to go for an offensive play.
Rolls. Be a pass. Nope. That's a big play by North Decatur.
Try to get the...
Oh, we got a flag.
We got a flag.
It looks like that could be against us. They're pointing at Phillip. Well,
going to have a sideline warning on West Washington.
Is that just a warning?
Just a warning, because the first one was on North Decatur, so now we have sideline warning on both sides.
Actually, I don't know if that was directed at Phillip. I think it may have been one
of the assistants. But it still goes on the head coach no matter what. Even just like in basketball, technical fouls on the bench still go on the head coach. So North Decatur comes out.
So basically what you're telling me is I can say whatever I want, and Darren Russell.
Darren Russell is the one who's going to get that.
He's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm sure Coach Russell will send you to the locker room real quick when you pick up the first one.
I don't think he'd be too happy with me.
No, I would guarantee that. Don't test that out tomorrow with him being sick.
Yeah.
If he's sick tomorrow, you may be the head coach tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
You and Mr. Isley will split that. North Decatur still comes out in their shotgun look.
Again.
Nice misdirection look. They pick up about 4 on that one. Going to be 3rd down and 2. 10:55 left to go here. 3rd and 2. Senators looking for a stop. Still in the shotgun is Stearns. Caney with the handoff in the backfield. He's going to drag Senators enough for a 1st down. So that's going to be 1st down, North Decatur.
Caney or Kinker? Caney?
Caney was that one. 10.
Yeah.
North Decatur huddles up. They come out quick to the line. Still in the shotgun look is Stearns. Hands off the ball in the backfield to Caney. He gets nowhere. Jake Strange comes up off the bottom of that pile along with Glenn Rankin.
Jake has been a ball hawk tonight around both sides.
Yeah. So 2nd and 9. Under 10 minutes to go. This is one of those that could really drive the Senators, put a nail in the coffin if they're able to get this set of downs with a turnover here. Handoff Stearns back, makes a nice pass to number 5, which is Noah Howell.
What do you think about 3rd and 1? Or are they going to give it to him?
Close to it. I think you're right. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Coach Myers over there on the far side puts the stick down. So going to be 3rd and 1. This is where you've got to be very careful with the snap count and make sure you're on sides and you don't jump. So.
It might even help if you go outside and just scream out your front door. It still might help the Senator. Got 2 to the near side, you got 1 to the far side. Same play. Got a motion to this near side, but this time they're going
to be handed off. He's going to get the 1st down.
Get out to the with 30, he's got about 2.5.
It's going to be enough to move the sticks. So Chargers do keep possession. Going to be 1st and 10 from the 30. Senator defense still employing their bend, don't break mentality. Still eating up clock. Under 9 minutes to go here.
Trips to the far side. Got to keep an eye on number 30, Bird. But you got
Trips to the far side of the field. Swingo singled out.
We've not seen him all night.
Oh, whoa! Farmer tries to lay out to get that one, but is unable to. Looking for his 3rd interception of the night. Doesn't get that one. So going to be 2nd and 10.
3rd interception. That would have to be a postseason record.
Yeah. Well, he set the
school record.
The school record with 3 in a game. So I would guess. I don't know when the original 3 or the other ones have happened. So I would assume that it would be a postseason record also.
Uh-oh.
That's a.
Oh gosh.
Stearns is going to go down.
Not the worst thing that could have happened there, but we also could have had him in the backfield.
Yeah. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 8. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Important for the Senators here. Big play here, Senator Nation up on their feet out in front of us. Very few of them sitting down. Here's some cowbells, some shakers. Going to be a timeout taken by North Decatur. So their first one. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Back here at Art Sanders Field Live. This is a 3rd down and 8 for West Washington. 7:52 to go here in the 4th.
Stuff you work for all season comes down to a good football play. We'll see what North Decatur has. Wins the near side. They're going to fake the handoff.
Fake the handoff. Goes out. Going to be a screen to this side.
He's got a lot of room.
Oh! Nice hit by Harrison Sanford to drive him out of bounds, but it is going to be enough for a 1st down by the North Decatur Chargers.
It was a heck of a hit, heck of a play by them. That screen's really worked for them tonight, hasn't it?
It's going to be a 1st and goal from the 9 for North Decatur. Couldn't really ask more from the Senators there, just a screen that you're not able to get out and cover.
Not looking forward too much, but should they score, how much does that extra point play into this now?
A lot. Kinker out wide, gets turned in by Sanford, and then Jake Strange cleans that up. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 11. Coach Ingram has to put on his glasses so he can see.
Yeah, we got to get focused.
2nd and goal.
We're 7.5 minutes out.
7:16 left.
You haven't been focused this whole game?
No.
Are you kidding me? I'm going to have a talk with Coach Russell and your focus.
Yeah. So he only gets focused when there's 7.5 minutes to go.
Is that 7.5 minutes to go in your JV game? Strange with the big sack.
That's number 32, Jacob Strange.
Jake Strange in the backfield, going to drive him back to the 21. 1st and goal from the 21.
Matt, the man in motion fell twice. There was something going on there. That he was either the guy who was getting the ball.
Big stop there by Jake, the junior defensive end. I'm sure Coach Sullivan across the way, who's running the sticks, couldn't be happier with his big 6'5" center. He'd like nothing more than to win this game.
3rd and 20.
Stern takes a snap, drops straight back.
Looks,
and now it's going to be caught there by Caney.
Caney tries to get to the edge. Looks like Harrison drives him out of bounds. See where the spot is. Looks like it's going to be about the 7-yard line, 6 or 7. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 6. We're going to see what North Decatur decides to do. I don't think you want to kick a field goal here because that's going to give the Senators the ball back with 6:15. They can drive this down the field and use up all the time. So in comes Stern with the play.
15 left, 8 seconds on the play clock. We're going to split it with 5 wide receivers again. And it's in motion.
He didn't get it. He didn't get it.
With 1 second left. Stern
across the middle. No good. Senators going to take over the ball with 6:09 left to go in the 4th quarter.
They're going to take over
on the 6. Going to give them plenty of time, plenty of field to run with. So in comes the Senator offense. I would guess we're going to see a steady dose of Mason Armstrong out of the backfield here, the senior running back who has led the team most of the season out of the backfield.
You would think so.
Thanks for that nice input there, Mr. Ingram. You never cease to amaze with your football insight.
Yeah, that's just high football IQ coming at you.
So, Senators in their pistol look. Mason is the deep back. Hands off to Armstrong. Armstrong looking, still driving, feet in the ground, moving forward. Gains about 3 out to the 10. Clock runs under 6 minutes to go.
Well, yeah, it's him wrestling the 200-pound.
Nice job by the senior there to chop his feet, get moving. This is where you're going to see the Senators use up all of that play clock. It's 14 seconds. You can see it in the background of the picture there. That ball is snapped. Holden rolls, looks. We're waiting for a call.
He threw the ball forward. I don't think there was a question of that, but these guys aren't giving the signal.
I'm going to sell Jake Strange as much as I can. Was down there.
We're going to see what the call is. They're discussing it, seeing what's going on. They're discussing. So we got a flag.
If it's intentional grounding, it's probably better than a fumble. We'll see.
So we're still waiting on a call. We've got a new flag on the field, but not sure what the flag is going to be.
I don't really know how it could be intentional grounding unless he was in the grass. If they call him in the grass, is that a
Still wondering what the call is. Still haven't got a call. If it's intentional grounding, it'll be a loss of down.
So the flag is on the field. That wouldn't be a fumble then, so it's going to be intentional grounding or illegal. Could be illegal.
Looking to see what the call is. Going to be a hold on the offense. It's declined. Intentional grounding on the Senators. Loss of down. So going to be 3rd down for the Senators at.
So with that intentional grounding, they said that the spot on the foul, so it's going to be at the 5.
So the ball is going to be at the 5. It's going to.
And it's going to be a 3rd down. It's going to be a 3rd down and 15.
Going to be 3rd and 15 for the Senators from about the 3. Senators have Mason Armstrong in the backfield. Snap goes off. Holden looking. Falls.
It's going to be Sanford.
Oh, wow. The catch.
He's got it at the 40. And that's going to be a 1st down. Any flag.
Nice job by Sanford to catch that. Gain of, what, about 40?
Yeah. That was a quick 40.
Yeah, the defender falls. Harrison is able to get behind him, then gets upfield to the 40. So 5:13 left to go here in the fourth period.
Right behind and made a big play. 5-13 away from a regional championship.
Waiting for Holden to take the snap. Snap comes. Mason around misdirection out of that jet sweep. Ball is down on the ground. So going to be 2nd and 7. We are now under 5 minutes to go. West Washington is driving. They are ahead 24-16. This is where the Senators do a good job of holding up plays. They play fast, but when they need to milk that clock a little bit, now's the time where we see what the Senators are made of.
16, and they are looking to move this ball a little bit farther.
Holden with the keeper, gets hit.
Not much there.
Not much there. Going to bring up a 3rd down. They were trying to run behind Bryce Brown. He was unable to get his block sealed off. So going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Seems like Harrison's been our man on 3rd downs. I wonder if we go back to him here.
25 to go on the play clock, so we're not going to see him snap the ball again until there's about 3:40 left on the clock.
Played very well here in this second half. A lot different than we did in the first half. We got something to think about and talk about. Play clock down 5. Looks like West Washington's going to call it.
This one rolls down to 1, and then the timeout. So 3:43 left to go here in the fourth quarter. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSAA, and we'll be back in just a moment.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Indiana's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators do lead 24-16 over the North Decatur Chargers. 3rd and 5. Holden rolls. Going to be picked off by number 1, Reed Messer. Does get the turnover there. Going to be at the 48.
The good news is we're still up by 8,
yes,
not 7.
3:35 left to go here. We would have liked to have milked a little bit more of that clock, but
3rd and long, you pretty much have to there.
Yep. So Senators defense back out onto the field. Coach Gibby going to challenge his players for one more stop.
Momentum is trying to shift to North Decatur. We've got to get our fans are on their feet.
Senator Nation on their feet. Stearns comes out. He's still in his shotgun position with a deep back behind him. It's going to be a handoff to number 1 who just got that.
3 there. Maybe.
Yeah, who just got the interception. That was Reed Messer out of the backfield, the freshman. Clock running. This one going to be under 3 minutes by the time they get the play in and snap it. 2nd and 8. Ball right on Senator Sam, dead middle of the field. Have twins to this side with a single to the top. Going to have motion across the field. Drop back to pass, looking to throw. Goes deep over the middle. Nothing there.
Really deep.
Closest receiver would have been Holden. I'm sure he would have liked to get that one back. The interception that he threw, get one back. So this is going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Right, once again, placed back in the center of Senator Sam's head. Bryce Brown out there pumping his arms, trying to get Senator Nation up on their feet. Doug Brown sitting in front of us on his feet along with Tara and Jim. That ball's snapped back. Stern looks.
Pressure on him. He got it.
No, he's going to be short. Going to be 4th and 1. Clock continues to run. Under 3 minutes to go. 2:36 to go. Still need a first down here. This is 4th down.
4th and 1. 4th and 1. Our guys got to watch the football. Got to watch the football. The clock continues to run. 2:24 left in the ball game.
This one going to be close to 2 minutes. If they use all the play clock, doesn't look like they're going to. They get out
Still
wide.
40 yards out, so they could easily use a pass here.
Going to be timeout, North Decatur. They're going to step aside and talk about this when we see all of the Senator coaching staff come out onto the field to get these players pumped up. We're going to step away with a commercial from Lynx Clothing and Shoes. We'll be back in just a moment.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are faced with a 4th and 1 on the defensive side of the ball. They are ahead 24-16, 2:13 left to go here in the 4th period of play.
So we should probably mention North Decatur has 1 timeout left. West Washington has 2.
Caney's going to drive forward, going to get the first down. Brown was in the backfield but unable to wrap up. So sticks get set. Clock does wind. Under 2 minutes to go here. 1 timeout for North Decatur, who is trailing by 8. So we've got a bunch of 4 to this side.
Now pressure, and he's going to go down!
No, that's not a receiver.
That's a lineman. There we go. It's going to be illegal
receiver, because that is a lineman.
That guy cannot catch the football. It's going to come back.
So we've got a couple of flags on the field, but the first one's going to be for an illegal receiver. Number 50 cannot catch the ball, so it's going to be
Ineligible reception by an ineligible player. I don't know what you're going to call it.
so officials are confirming this on the field that 50 cannot catch the ball. So one official picks up his flag. So 1:32 left to go in the game. We see an official jog across the field.
On the 47-yard line of Decatur. Now he advanced the ball plenty far enough. He advanced it all the way up to
So the call is illegal receiver downfield. Loss of down.
And we lost about, 20 seconds with that play?
Yeah. So Senator Nation on their feet, 1:32 left to go. This is going to be 2nd and a mile.
2nd and what?
40?
Yeah.
So we know we're going to see passes here. We got prevent defense out.
Oh, he's still loose. Thurman's still loose. Now he throws it.
Farmer going to get down on the ground.
Third interception.
Chase Farmer with his third interception.
He's in North Decatur territory. And this 1A regional championship is going to go to the West Washington
Senators are going to pull off the 1A regional here. There is
They come back and they're going to win this ball game.
1:10 left to go on the clock, but only one timeout. We see Coach Bausman down there jumping up and down. He is excited. Senators take a timeout. We're going to stay right here.
Wow.
You see everybody around so excited. Senators are going to pull out this 1A regional 24-16.
They're getting the water killer jugs ready, aren't
His
they?
third interception of the game, the second time this year he's got a third interception.
Back-to-back games.
Everybody up here is excited. Matthew Deaton's banging on the table. He's probably the most excited guy up here. We're going to a semi-state
you didn't tell me
game.
you guys got this excited up
Well,
here.
it's a well-kept secret.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
This is a lot of fun.
The key here is Holden has to hold on to the ball as it's being snapped. Trenton Binskin is going to snap the ball to him, and we're in victory formation, so we're going to take knees here. They only have one timeout, so they aren't going to have enough to stop the clock. So Holden knees on that one.
All the fans are funneling out.
Fans are funneling down to the side of the field. We're going to have the big celebration down there.
West Washington Senators are going to play in the semi-state.
Well, we talked about it. We wanted a shot at Lutheran, and it looks like we will get
It looks
that.
like we're going to have Lutheran because they're up 42-14.
As of late, but either way, we're going to go
So-
either North Vermilion or we're going to go to Indianapolis. We'll go to Gary.
Lutheran up 42-14.
Lutheran's up 42-14.
So Holden under center again, takes a knee. That one's going to be the end of the game. The Senators are going to take this one. We are going to head to Indianapolis Lutheran if their score does hold true. This is the third time in history that the Senators have won a regional game. They're going back to semi-state. So 14 seconds still to go on the clock. We're going to stay with you here through the celebration. And then we're going to go ahead and shut off the stream. We're going to go ahead and say our thank yous to Mr. Brent Ingram, who was nice enough to come and fill in the absence of Coach Darren Russell. Big thank you to him. Couldn't have asked for a better broadcast partner tonight. He had some great insights.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, I was happy to be here.
So big thank you to him. The Senators will play next weekend, or next Friday, up at either North Vermilion or Indy Lutheran. But the way the score looks right now is Lutheran. They are up 42-14. So we see Senator Nation taking off down towards the end zone. Big win for the Senators, and with that, we're going to step aside.
Washington wins at 24-16 after a dominant second half. I tell you, they played not very good football in the first half, and it showed.